Hello everybody, SSA here, aka Super Sunarashi, your coach of the Groningen Noctowls, bringing you round 1 of the Summer Showdown. And as you can see, we have been put into Pool L together with Parksy, Mars and Inkoch. And if you look at their teams right now, you know from the very beginning we would have a hard time because all these three teams have amazing power. And I knew from the start it was going to be tough, but I still, went in with a positive mindset and we're gonna try to do our best. And I'm actually going to show you guys all the 3 matches that we did, and we're gonna find out if we survive round 1 and if we make it into round 2. And I'm going to do this in the order that we have battled them. So it's not going to be Mars first, Parksy first, Inkoch first. The first match that we actually played in round 1 of the TTM SS is against Parksy, and as you can see, he is bringing the Tapu Koko, the Nidoqueen, the Mega Steelix, the Infernape, the Araquanid, and the Latias. A very, very powerful team here, as we are bringing our Infernape, Sarina, Primarina, Thundersterion, Pinsir, our Mega, and Behemoth. Of course, we're bringing Behemoth in this match because I thought Behemoth would work well with the Infernape and also with the Latias. In this match, I will start off with the Sarina because our Sarina has a choice scarf, and I knew if used right, we can actually put Sarina here and work in this team. So I did that. We are going to start off with the Sarina here, and from the bat, I was going for a U-turn here because I didn't want to, get a Dazzling Gleam or a Hidden Power Ice off. So go into our Eevee, the Behemoth, but he's actually going to U-turn himself into the Charizard. Now I don't want to, let Behemoth down that fast, so I switch into my Primarina, hoping to, catch any damage that this Infernape did. Unfortunately, a Flare Blitz will do over half, so I switch out again into the Behemoth, sacking him off to actually, get the Flare Blitz chip damage on, because I knew right away from the start that this has to be a choice banded Infernape. So I go into my own Infernape here, scaring off that Infernape to go into his Araquanid. We are going to clear that with a close combat to do as much damage as possible, and we are actually going to do a lot of damage. So I'm going into my Sarina here, predicting a liquidation or something. He's actually going for the infestation on my Sarina, so now we are stuck here. But I'm fine with that. I'm going to hit that knockoff, because anything that wants to come in on this thing with the knockoff is going to get hurt. And as you can see, the Latias will take over half damage and loses his life orb. So his leftovers, my apologies. And we are here for, for cruising. We're here cruising. But then he goes into his Mega Steelix. And, Mega Steelix, I didn't want to lose my Sarina just yet. So I went into my Primarina, but unfortunately Primarina can't take that, and Primarina is gone. A very huge powerhouse in our team gone right away from the beginning, and that's a bit my fault. But I can now just get into Sarina and I can just drop kick anything, and as you can see, the drop kick we will outspeed and we will be taking care of this Araquanid, so we are getting some momentum back. Now he's going into his Nidoqueen. We can just keep drop kicking because I knew it will do like close over half. He's gonna poison jab. We're living that on 8%, and we can get another drop kick off, and with that, the Nidoqueen has been whittled down so much that I can actually go into my Thundersterion and Hidden Power Ice this thing. No matter what comes in, I can Hidden Power Ice and then hit it with something else. Hidden Power Ice will connect on that Nidoqueen. He will let Nidoqueen go here, and now he can go into his Infernape and he can just click a Flare Blitz and take Thundurus down. So right away from the start now, I knew that this was going to be a very difficult match to win. There was no chance for me into winning this, so I knew the only thing that I now can do is keep the differential as low as possible, take care of this Infernape with the Mach Punch here. Then the Tapu Koko comes in. Tapu Koko is going to hit that C power, Gigavolt Havoc, and my Infernape is gone. And I knew the Tapu Koko will also outspeed my Pinsir, so I can't even get an Earthquake on him. So he's going to Wild Charge this thing, and we are going to lose the first match of the TTM Summer Showdown round 1 with a 3-0 in Pool L. So right away from the start, I knew, okay, we have lost the first match, we are -3. I need to win my next match in order for me to actually, get through. So our first match is against Mars. Now, Mars was, in my honest opinion, the most scariest team, because I knew Mars is going to bring that Zeraora, and Zeraora is very hard to play against. I've learned that from the Heater Bros tournament. And I knew also with the Zygarde, which is the Sea Captain, and also with the Mega Gallade, this could be a very, very hard match to follow with. So I started off with Infernape, Tsarina, this time with the Life Orb, Primarina, Jirachi instead of Behem this time, Thundurus again, and the Mega Pinsir. So I started out this match with Jirachi because I knew Jirachi was an easy lead for me, as he's actually going to start off with Drapion. So I can put my Stealth Rocks up and he can actually, pursue me, thinking that I'm going to switch out. But I was going to stay in here. I was not going to, get a pursuit here, so I'm just going to U-turn and he can't hit me with that pursuit. But unfortunately for us, right away from the beginning, he's going to knock off instead, knocking off my Choice Scarf from the Infernape. So Infernape already crippled as this, and I didn't want to risk, getting an Earthquake from this thing, so I switched back out into my Jirachi. He's actually going for the Poison Jab that time, and so, we were actually lucky getting the initiative back. So I'm going to U-turn again, and this time I'm going into my Thundurus because I knew I can take any hit. He's going to knock off, but unfortunately for him, we are a Sea Captain here, so he's not going to knock off my Electrium Sea. He's going to Poison Jab, which will put me onto 3%. Unfortunately, Thundurus is now that crippled, but he can take care of the Drapion thanks to the Thunderbolt. Now he goes into his Alolan Ninetales. I didn't want to sack off Thundurus just yet, so I went into my Hoshi, the Jirachi here, with the Iron Head, because I knew Iron Head is going to do a lot of damage against this Ninetales. He's going to Dark Pulse, trying to flinch me here, but unfortunately we will not be flinched, and Iron Head will take Alolan Ninetales down. So even though we started off quite crippled, we are, getting a slow momentum back in this match. Now here's Zeraora, the pain of my existence. I'm going into Thundurus, hoping he goes for the Plasma Fist or something. He's actually going for the 5-punch instead. Very safe for my opponent. Was no reason for him not to. So Thundurus goes down. But the hill is, slowly whittling this Zeraora. I'm going into my Infernape, and as you can see, Infernape will go down to the Zeraora. Unfortunate, very unfortunate, but I had to do this because Zeraora is so annoying to deal with. Then I'm going into my Tsarina. Now he probably thinks that I'm still Choice Scarf. Let me actually pause this. He's actually thinking I'm still Choice Scarf, because if we go back, I haven't used Tsarina in this match, and he watched the last match of mine, so he's probably thinking, oh boy, that thing is Choice Scarf. That thing is going to hurt me. But I'm not Choice Scarf. As I said in the beginning of this video, I'm Life Orb. So I'm going for the Power Whip, and as you can see, it will not do a lot against the Skarmory. I switch out here, giving him still the idea of Choice Scarf, but, during the match itself, I was like, Gerard, that's stupid. He can see that you're Life Orb with the damage that, you lost during that attack. So, hindsight 2020, sometimes during the match you will get too invested in the match and you will make small mistakes like that. But I go into my Jirachi here. He can now put up his own Stealth Rocks. That's fine by me. The only person that actually, takes real damage from that is Mega Pinsir. If Mega Pinsir is, actually Mega, if it's just a regular Pinsir, it's still okay. But I go into my Primarina here. Now, Primarina is actually going to show how much of a powerhouse it is if used right. So we're going to use Scald here on the Skarmory. We aren't getting the burn. Iron Head, we are taking that very well here. And now another Scald will actually do a lot of damage against the Skarmory and kill it off. So Primarina gets a kill here against the Skarmory, and I'm Choice Spec, so I'm stuck here with the Scald. But I don't want to lose Primarina. I didn't want to lose Primarina just yet, because I knew Primarina could be a very, powerful Pokemon here. So I go back into my Tsarina here. I'm just going to be like, I'm going back into my Jirachi, because I didn't want to lose, my Tsarina yet. So the only thing that I can actually do now is whittling this Zeraora down with the Life Orb damage, so that it is actually down. So Zeraora is taking a lot of Life Orb damage here by me sacking off all my Mon, because I knew I had to do something with the Zeraora. So I go into my Mega Pinsir here, and now I can actually use Quick Attack and actually take this thing down. So Zeraora finally gone, but as you can see, he still has a Mega Gallade and a Zygarde here that can actually hurt a lot. So he goes into his Zygarde. I'm going to click Return. Does an amazing damage on the Zygarde. He's going to Dragon Dance. Now, this was actually, you know, very risky. If this quick attack would have critted, it would have probably killed off the Zygarde. So, you know, he was playing very risky at the end with the Zygarde there. My pins are faint, and now I can go into my Primarina. I can, you know, hit anything that this Primarina is going to hit me with, because he's going for the Outrage that doesn't affect me. So I can just go for the Moonblast. And now the only thing that I was hoping for, like, is please don't have, like, please don't have Poison Jab. Please don't have Poison Jab. Please don't have Poison Jab. The only thing that you don't need is Poison Jab. Please don't have Poison Jab. He has Poison Jab. And we will lose this match with 1-0. So our second loss, we kept the differential as low as possible. So there was still, you know, a small chance in our third match that we can, you know, pass through round 2, but it had to be done with all different rules, so head-to-head, differentials, records. So the only thing that I only knew what I need to do against Inkoch was like, I just need to win. I just need to win. Hope I win with 2 to 3-0, and there was a small possibility for me to actually maybe, you know, to go to round 2, because I won, Mars won against me, Inkoch won against Mars. So if I would have won against Inkoch, you know, in terms of differentials, I could have still made it. So let's go into that match here against Incognito Style, or Inkoch for short, as he's actually going to take the Mega Manectric, another Infernape. It's going to be a Choice Band Infernape, a Decidueye, a Lycanroc Dusk, a Tapu Fini, and a Rotom Frost. Now this is going to be a very tenseful match, because during the match itself I was very tense, because I knew there was still a small possibility for me to go to round 2, but I needed to win. There was absolutely no other way. I needed to win, and I just needed to win with like 2-3-0, and that would give me a small chance to still progress into the next round. So we're just gonna start off right away. I started off with my Carolina, the Flocus here, because I thought that was the safest thing. He is actually going to start off with his Tapu Fini. Now he's going to take the Moonblast here very well, my Flocus. And I just like, you know what? I'm here in a room to set up a free Calm Mind here. And you know, unfortunately, his Tapu Fini brought haze, very well prepped by my opponent there. I'm just going to Giga Drain here. I hoped that he didn't haze here, because then the Giga Drain will do a lot more damage. But with the Giga Drain, we're actually going to get some health back. Now here is where I should have gone for another Calm Mind. I should have been greedy here and gone for another Calm Mind. But I went for the Giga Drain instead, because I thought he's going to, you know, maybe haze again, or maybe, you know, Moonblast again. Now the Decidueye will Spirit Shackle, so I can't, you know, switch out. And I'm like, you know what, I'm fine with that. I'm just going to keep on Moonblasting, you know, and doing as much damage as the Decidueye, because the Decidueye was actually very scary for my team with my Primarina there still, you know, in the back. So I'm going for another Calm Mind here, you know, getting a cheeky little more damage off him. He's going to Leaf Blade. We will be living that on 9%, and then, you know, the Moonblast will take it to 15%. So now, you know, and with the leftovers, it will take him back to 21%. But in the end, you know, Spirit Shackle will take Carolina down. But Carolina did her job here by, you know, whittling down the Decidueye as much that I can. Now I go into my Nico Robin. Again, this is a Life Orb. This is a Life Orb Tsarina here. So the knockoff will be taking the Decidueye down. I went for the knockoff here because anything else would have hurt hard with the knockoff. Now he goes into his Infernape, and he's going to hit Gunk Shot. He predicted my switch in. Let me pause this for a second, because he told me, like, you know, I'm not gonna risk a Flare Blitz. I'm not gonna, you know, there was no safer switch in for you than the Primarina at this point, so I had to click Gunk Shot. So it was a very well, you know, thought out by my opponent here. And again, I've been outclassed by my opponents and outsmarted by the predicting moves of that, and that's just something I can just applaud them with, and that's just something I need to learn in the future with. Like, I need to, you know, think 3-4 times before I'm gonna switch into a Pokemon. I need to, you know, make sure everything is 100% safe for a switch in. So that is something I need to learn in the future. But my opponent did as well. So Primarina, amazing threat for my team, gone. And I knew from the beginning this is going to be a rough match now. I'm going into my Thundurus because I knew it was a Choice Bandit Infernape, so we will, you know, have a chance to outspeed. He's going into his Mega Manectric here, and the Sludge Wake will do enough damage, but he's getting a crit from the Hidden Power Ice, and that was just very unlucky for us. But that's Pokemon RNG. Sometimes you're on the good end, sometimes you're at the bad end. This time I am at the bad end. So here I didn't want to lose, you know, risking my Thundurus Therian with the Accel Rock, so I'm switching out. He's going to Iron Head. That's going to do enough damage to Tsarina here, and he's going to Iron Head again, and Tsarina is gone. So now, you know, I need to, you know, make my way to make this still work in my, you know, game. So I went here going into my Infernape, and I knew I had to click Close Combat. I knew Tapu Fini, you know, will take this hell, but there was no use for me not to. I had to Close Combat if he wants to stay in with the Lycanroc. He's now on Tapu Fini. He's gonna click Surf, so Thundurus is now down. And at this point, there was only one thing for me to do. I had to go into my Mega Pinsir. I need to do enough damage as possible. So I'm going to go into my Mega Pinsir here, and I'm just going to click Return. Hope it does enough damage. It won't do enough damage here. He can click Ice Beam. We will be living that. And now I'm just going to click, you know, Return again. But as you can see, he's going to switch out back into his Lycanroc, preserving that Tapu Fini. And that will be a huge, huge, you know, threat. Now here's also where I make a mistake. I clicked Quick Attack here, but apparently Axel Rock goes before Quick Attack. So, you know, there was nothing I could do either way. I could have switched out into my Infernape. That was probably the better play. But again, hindsight is 2020, and at the match, you know, I didn't thought of that, and that is still something I need to learn. So Pinsir goes down here, and now there was only an Infernape left. Now I still had a chance to bring this match down to 1-0, and that was I had to click a Close Combat here, and I just had to click a Close Combat on anything. And the only thing that could make me, you know, made this match still, you know, 1-0, and maybe even, you know, a win, is I need to hit the Close Combat. I need to kill Tapu Fini here. Then he can go either into his Infernape or Rotom Frost. Now Rotom Frost won't take a Close Combat from Infernape lightly. And the only thing that is still a problem is his Choice Banded Infernape. And because we are faster, we actually needed a crit Close Combat on that Infernape for us to actually, you know, get a win. And even that, we will still be winning 1-0, so the chances of me going to round 2 at this point was very, very slim. But first we had to, you know, get a Close Combat on the Tapu Fini, and hopefully we can kill this thing. But unfortunately for us, it will live on 5%. And the Tapu Fini can just click Surf. And we will lose this match also with 3-0, just like the first match, putting us up at 0 wins, 3 losses, and a differential of -7. Now the last one I'm kind of proud of, because, you know, even though we went 3-0 in loss, we still, you know, got a very, very low differential. So I'm very proud of that. You know, I made some good progress in the last TTM that I did, which was, I think, the March Madness 2 years ago. And, you know, I made some huge progress in my playing style. But again, I also, you know, took a break from Draft League for 6 months, like the end of last year. So, you know, I'm kind of, you know, still rusty when it comes to Draft Leagues. And that's why I still want to, you know, invest even more time and more of my, you know, air into Draft Leagues in the near future, because I'm slowly, you know, I'm already, you know, back in enjoying Draft Leagues and doing tournaments like this, but it's even going beyond that now. I'm actually getting more investments into Draft Leagues, watching a lot of battles, you know, trying to, you know, be creative in terms of movesets. And it's still something I want to do with this channel. I still want to bring you guys more Draft Leagues, whether it's on Showdown, whether it's on Wi-Fi, and that is something I'm working hard on to bring you guys in the near future. But unfortunately, we will not be progressing in the Summer Showdown. I'm very sad that we didn't got a win. I could have gotten a win against Mars if I played a bit smarter in the end there. And, you know, I could have, you know, if I started out the matches against Parksea and Ikinito better, I could have maybe worked out with something, but alas, hindsight is 2020 again, and it's just something I have to work with. But even though we lost all the 3 matches, I do hope you enjoyed all the matches that I showed you. I do hope you enjoyed my commentary as a whole, and I do hope you are going to, you know, check this channel out later in the future when it comes to draft leagues. If you did enjoy this, don't forget to hit that like button, comment, share this video with others, slash the subscribe button down below, and hit that bell icon, because then you get notified every time I upload a new video, and that is sincerely appreciated. But I'm going to end this video off here, and hopefully in the near future I can bring you more of this on this channel. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.